everyone. Welcome back to Hermitcraft Season 11, Episode 19. At least I think we're on 19. Are we on 19? Okay, I just checked. We are on 19. Wow. Okay. It does shock me a little bit that we are nearly on episode 20 of a season, which feels like a kind of significant number. I suppose we are 7 months into things now, and to be fair, we've made good progress. What do you think now that we're headed into summer, though, and the sun is out in real life? We could kick it up a notch. I'm loving how this fantasy, gothic mega base is all coming together. However, there's always been a glaring issue. Up until this point, I really haven't been giving my neighbors that good of a view from this angle because I've really worked on the front door. And to be fair, I've done the backs of these wings, but I've never had a plan for this nether wart garden here. Oh, I guess we should talk about the snowman that melted. Hey dude. Unfortunately, it seems like my fire base may have gotten the better of this snowman. Luckily though, it seems to have survived just fine, and all we need is an ice princess to potentially restore it to its former glory. Now I bet if I think hard enough, we can find an ice princess to deal with this situation. Yeah, it's Doc. I'm bringing it to Doc. Successful snowman delivery, and don't worry, he's still in there. I'm sure the Ice Princess can totally handle this. Now, let's get back to my base. Today, we're gonna be spending a lot of time here because I have kind of a crazy plan. Okay, I want to show you guys what this build will look like when it is finished. Not to be confused with finishing the build. I'm not going to be finishing the build. This is a very large build, if you haven't noticed. But for quite a while, I've had that marker all the way up there as being the top of my base. I could definitely land on one singular block. Yep, nailed it. This has been actually a great marker because it allows you guys to visualize kind of what I'm aiming for. I haven't really stood up here before. This is really high, huh? I like how from up here you can see the 3 wings that my base is going to have, and you can picture that there's probably going to be a central tower here. I guess today what I mostly want to do is make that job a little bit easier. Make it easier for you guys, the audience, to picture what I want to do with this, make it easier for me to visualize what I want to do with this, and also make it easier for my fellow hermits to kind of see where I'm going with my build. This has been a really long-winded way of saying that I'm going to frame out the mega base now. I'm gonna frame it, the whole thing. I'm going to be using netherrack as my temporary block here because I have a ton of it from building the nether hub, and also because it's instant break, which makes this not a huge commitment. And the easiest place for me to start is gonna be over here on this wing because it literally just mirrors that wing. So I'm gonna start by practicing my framing, doing just a frame up of what this is gonna look like on this side. The fact that I'm doing a completely symmetrical build is still so weird to me. I have to admit though, it does make things a little bit easier. Now that I've done that side, I just have to do it again over here. I haven't quite decided what the interior of these wings is gonna look like, but I'm thinking probably offices, studies, guest bedrooms, that kind of vibe. And yes, I am planning to interior as much of this build as I can. Frame versus actual tower. It's obviously not an exact science, but it is nice to just kind of see something there. It would probably help a little bit if I made the towers more specifically. Hold on. The whole reason for me doing this is to hopefully speed up the process of building in the future, so it's in my best interest to do this well. If I mark the tower in more like this, I won't have to think about it as hard when I come to finally do this tower. One of the most time-consuming parts of this build for me as I'm doing that side to this side has been checking like the Y levels and making sure everything's the same height, making sure that I count everything correctly, so having this done out beforehand is going to be huge, I think. There we go. That's a super good frame. Oh, I love how symmetrical this is going to be. Of course, we've got the line that needs to come up here to our center tower. And I think that's where I will actually frame some things out next. First though, speaking of this build being symmetrical, this is actually going to go on all 4 sides. So that's a really easy point for me to just mark out. Framing something out like this is so motivational for me. This is a great way to jump back into a build if I've taken a little bit of a break, because it lets me make a lot of progress and kind of get back into the mindset of my build, but I don't have to think too much about the details. We could just get the broader strokes in. A build like this, where it's going to take me well over a year in survival mode to complete, means I'm going to have to kind of moderate my own motivation, I guess. Wait, did I start this in the right spot? Yeah, I think I did. Why does it feel wrong? I don't think it's wrong. Okay, this looks really cool. Look at this. Should we connect them together? This should effectively be the next platform for the big tower that goes all the way up there. It's a pretty good platform. It looks like any other roof. It's great. So the next part of this is actually really simple. We just need a circle tower on top of this platform. We're officially connected to the top block. Oh, I'm so excited. Obviously, it's just a giant roof. Don't ask me any questions about what happened right there. I lost the ability to count. Doesn't matter, ultimately. Doesn't matter. We're going to make it much better later on. I'm just enjoying having the framing in. This is obviously a plan for a very large roof. It is a very large roof on purpose because I want to have dragons flying around this, and giving us a lot of space to do that is generally a good idea. A small little bit of framing, though, puts this build at its full scale. And I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I will say that while I was doing that, I turned into an impulse stream who's in the Nether, and a lot of stuff has changed in there. So I'm gonna go check it out for a second. The heck is happening in here? My tunnel looks normal. Mumbo now has a portal in the center. Okay. Mumbo, we might have to prettyify that, but that's great. Happy you're here. Impulse, what's going on?
Hi, Gem!
What's happening to your tunnel?
Woo! It's getting cooler and better by the minute, because West Tunnel, Best Tunnel.
West Tunnel, Best Tunnel. Are you guys having a tunnel competition with yourselves?
Pretty much with ourselves, yeah. I don't think anybody's actually joined in on this competition. In fact, Etho invited me to the north because his tunnel is specifically chill, was his words.
Ah! So, yeah, the green tunnel's chill. What is this?
Oh, yeah, that's, you know me, I like competitions and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, riding Hamtrack, which he's not here at the moment, he's on break. I gave him a break for the day. Is going to be a game that you can play. So as you're riding the pig, have you seen the pig?
No. What?
Okay. He's going to turn around here at this station. There you go. You ride him back for me.
What?
Now, on your right, you may notice there's redstone lamps. Pretty soon, that's going to be on your left because you're going to turn. And turn.
Uh-huh.
There we go. Coming back. Coming back. Okay, so you see the redstone lamps on the left?
Yeah.
With the little target block embedded?
Uh-huh.
That's going to be a fun game. You're going to throw snowballs and hit the target blocks.
Ah.
As you go. Just a little something to do while you're riding Hamtrack.
You've made a game in your Nether tunnel. When I built these tunnels, I did not imagine that this was going to happen in them, but I love it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Tunnel's really long.
It is really long. Why are you doing this? Building this was horrible. You're just like doubling down.
Yeah. Yeah, all those targets, they're not free. They have to have redstone behind them and figure out, because it's you can't just hit them, you know? Like there's lights that turn on, you have to hit it while the lights are on. It's a whole thing. So there's mechanisms to control all that, which was a lot. And that's just one side.
Impulse is so freaking cool, and I'm so glad the Nether Hub is still getting upgrades, even in my slight absence. And now we return to the part of my base that I admit I've been slightly procrastinating. This part. The back. I've been procrastinating the back, but for good reason, I think. I originally, when I planned this base, was going to have this wing, and this wing be the same. But then when I started building this in survival mode, instead of just my creative mode planning, I sunk the flooring down, and I was like, well, no, it shouldn't be the same. And so I've been trying to think ever since of what I should actually do with this room. And I thought maybe a big glass light room would really suit it. Long story short, I now have a plan. I think it's a good plan, and I'm excited to build out this wing and connect it up to all of our framing. In order to start work on this, though, we obviously have to do a lot of cleanup. It's finally time to take down the Nether Wart farm. I'm probably gonna have to rebuild it, probably in the same spot, but for now it's gotta go. I'm actually going to need a lot of glass for this project, potentially more than this one guy can provide me. You're doing your best, though, and I appreciate that. It's actually kind of strange seeing this all cleaned up. But this is now the center block of the circle that I'm gonna put at the end of this wing. This is kind of our brightest sunroom or maybe even greenhouse wing. I want it to be so open and airy and mostly made of glass. And so I'm gonna do like a cylinder structure on the end here. I was looking at a lot of real life architecture as inspiration for this, and I'll show you a couple on screen now. Yep, See all those flying buttresses? That's what we're going for. We might finally get to the very bottom of my diorite supplies today. This is my second circle of the day. Don't worry, I got it. It's fine. I don't even know if I actually want the floor of this to be diorite in the end, but I feel a little bit committed now. I think I'm actually gonna have to clear out some forest for this. We're expanding backwards further than I originally intended. Luckily, all these leaves are gonna come so in handy for the rest of the spruce forest that I'm gonna rebuild here, because they're way bigger. As you can see, I have devised a plan. So we have kind of the normal shape of these wings, how they normally go right here, and then a big circle on the end that I've only done part of because obviously we need to be able to enter it. And this is where we're going to start the flying buttresses. And I do think I'm going to stop framing now and actually start building because this next part kind of calls for it. So here's the plan. We need a bunch of big supports on all sides of this circle, and they're going to go up, and they're not going to be flying in this first part. They're going to be attached to the main structure, but then on the second half, then they're going to turn into the flying buttresses. I have none to show you. Hold on. It's these. We're building these exactly in the same colors so that everything on the base kind of flows together. Except the ones I'm doing on the back structure will be a bit thicker. I'm going to do the full 3x3 and they'll connect a little bit differently. With a lot of this base, I've had kind of time to think and practice in this theme for a very, very long time because this is a theme I've wanted to build in forever. But with this particular back of the base, I haven't been cooking on this for very long, okay? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm guessing. Anything I do today could realistically change, so I'm going to try not to get too attached to it at this stage and just try to kind of mark in what I think should work. Beat-ups is on and surely he will sleep. Aha! He will. There might be nothing better than building on the server when Beat-ups is online. It might be my favorite thing ever. It's actually going to be so strange to have a build back here. For so long, this has been like a very big work in progress area, and today it's just gonna be built. It's not gonna be finished, but there's gonna be something back here. I'm weirdly nervous to show you this. Like, the build after this point, all we have to do is finish it. There's nothing left for me to really reveal, other than like the dragons and stuff, but I consider those to be kind of finishing touches. We're gonna be just grinding away, building this mega base for a long while now. Kind of exciting though when you think about it. I keep attempting gradients while I'm building up, and I haven't figured out how to do it yet. I will go in with a happy ghast afterwards and fix up all the smoothness and the details and stuff on these, but let's just focus on getting these pillars in. I started on temporary blocks up top to kind of repeat the circle pattern, because that's going to be probably roughly where the widest part of the cylinder stops. I'm so excited. This looks so good already. Oh my gosh. It's crazy just seeing like the essence of walls being up. And obviously I'm now going to start working on the next layer. Before that though, I want to talk a little bit about what this actually is. I was originally thinking a greenhouse, which would be delving this build very far into fantasy because you wouldn't normally find a greenhouse attached to something like this. However, since this is fantasy, I will be taking some liberties, and this is basically a greenhouse or maybe like a sunroom type place. I want it to be very light, airy, open, and mostly made of glass between all of these like stone supports. I'm hoping to fill it with greenery and maybe some magic-y bits. Now, for the next layer. Once again, easiest way to start this is just to find the center here and build a little cross section. Is that the center? That's definitely the center. Same thing right here. Hey, Ren's on. We're gonna start the next layer of this build from this cross section, so we just need a smaller circle inside this bigger circle. Whenever I'm making circles in Minecraft, people tend to ask how I get them to look the way they do. First of all, I do use world edit in creative mode, and that allows you to make a perfect circle. But in looking at those world edit circles, you'll quickly see that you can basically just make a flat side on 4 sides and then connect them together in the middle. So we'll just go in the exact same amount each time, and I tend to slowly make my way around the circle like this until I'm all connected up. The only way I could mess something like this up is by miscounting. Aha! A circle! Just as I thought. That will do. I'm gonna mark out a little bit of height for the second cylinder, but I don't think we need to get too in the weeds with it. I basically just need a point of reference so I can frame up the rest of this build. Taking all of these to Y150. Oh yeah, the view of the back of my base is getting so much cooler now. All I want to do is where this support pillar comes up, I'm just going to frame out the little bit of roof that goes right here. This is going to be a double layered roof, even though it's kind of like a greenhouse glass structure. I'm still going to do 1 layer and then a second layer, same as on the other wings, just to make it kind of blend together nicely. I don't think I made anything less confusing by adding this, but you get the gist, right? I mean, big roof right here. All of this is basically entirely going to be glass and stone supports. And we're going to have just a really, really high open ceiling connecting in to this tower. And mostly I'm just kind of very excited that we actually have something going on back here. This is going to be so cool. Interrupting this building segment because Ren is AFK and he's streaming, which means I can stream snipe him, and False is online to help. So let's torture him. Why not? False, this is so easy, False.
It's very easy.
Because his portal's right here. Let's push him into it.
Oh.
And then out somebody else's portal really far away.
Okay, we better be quick then. Which way's best to push him?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, land right at that front platform. There you go.
Is it kind of a straight ways down?
Sort of. And a little spleef.
Oh, his hat is so big!
Right? It's so obnoxious.
I can't see! There we go.
There you go. Hey, okay. Do you want to go on the other side? And then you're ready for it?
Okay.
Go on, Ren. Go through.
Whoa! What the heck? False, he
What did he
left!
do? I think he actually just crashed.
His game crashed.
I think he actually crashed.
This is horrible!
Because he just vanished when he streamed. He didn't move or anything.
Oh no!
That's what...
Well, Ren came back online shortly after this, and we ended up just fighting him. Not really sure why, but here it is.
Battle
How are we doing
time.
this?
I
We
am
are doing
so full of blocks. I
Yeah, me
really
too.
hope I don't lose.
Me too.
Ah,
You know
you'll
what?
be
I'm
fine.
going to make a little pile of stuff over here.
You've
okay?
got Nether, right? You're fine.
Gem, I throw my handkerchief in your general direction, madam. Face my wrath.
Okay, I will.
Ah!
You've got
oh
flame.
God.
You both got flame.
Oh, God.
I haven't fought in like full
You've both got fire
actual
aspect. What?
gear in a while.
Oh, that was polite of you.
Oh, being on fire without low fire is not nice.
Wait, did he?
Did he set a
He didn't say
spawn?
I swear I saw him say spawn, but he's over there.
Ren!
Oh, I think it suits me better. I have to just steal it.
Ooh, it does suit you.
We can.
GG, Gem.
GG, sorry about your
Do
spawn.
you want to say your spawn this time?
Did I do any damage to you?
Yeah,
Like, at all?
you did like a quarter health.
Ooh.
But I am in full netherite with a netherite sword. You're wearing a hat.
Oh, I thought your netherite pants were just like your skin. I didn't realize it was... You're in
No,
full
I'm in
netherite gear.
full
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
armor.
Okay, well, you know,
Do you want to set your
I
spawn this
defended
time
my
round?
honor at least, right? That's all that matters.
Yes, you did.
False, I throw my handkerchief in your general direction, madam. Prepare to meet my wrath.
Okay.
Here we go. Why you got wings, though?
Why have you not got wings?
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
It's a close battle.
Oh, false being on fire is definitely. Oh.
Oh,
It was so close.
you don't even want to know, Gem. I was on half a heart.
Oh.
And I
It's
still
the
got ya.
fire. The
Ah!
fire is crazy.
That fire was, that was what was doing it. Here you go.
Hey, do you guys want to help me dig a hole?
How much you paying?
I have a lot of. The back of my base just needs polishing, so.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, that's a good shout,
go.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like
that's
it.
fine. So you,
I
you
need to
just
fol-
you
I need
come,
to-
you take.
With all of this framing in place now, I'm finally starting to get a really good idea of what the finished product is going to look like on the server, and I'm so excited. I think the next stage now is actually working on the backside of the wings that we already had before this episode. After all, this is a very plain wall at the moment, and after all of this framing and kind of broader work, I'm in the mood to get a little bit more in the weeds with the details. And something we're missing on this side right now is the flying buttresses, and that's a pretty easy fix if you ask me. Just need to get some ground in place so I can actually do this. This sort of window frame on my base is something I've had in place on the other side for a long time, but I have never actually detailed it, and that's mostly because I don't really know how. Windows are really easy to do when you have a lot more depth to work with, but because I have an interior, I haven't wanted to put any thick detailing around here. I think today, though, we can start kind of trying to do something with it. Let's put away a couple of things. Oh, and you know what? We have that iron farm that's been working like basically overtime like crazy because I wanted to detail a lot of things with anvils and maybe also some iron bars. So, for example, this edge along here, I think we could get away with some anvils for. Walls, thankfully, don't attach to anvils, so we can use those in between. Just get a nice little bottom foundation detail in.
Hello.
Hey, princess.
Come on now.
You're wearing the dress. What do you want?
Thank God I didn't run into you while I was wearing the dress in real life at TwitchCon. I just come in to report I've built a snowman.
You did? You repaired
Yes.
him?
Over at Cubs.
Oh, you moved into cups. Okay. I like it.
You
That was
like
a
it?
quick
moving.
Yeah. You have to go check it out. It looks different. But hey, please don't break any blocks close to it, okay?
Wait. Did you do something to the snowman?
Oh, I would never. Ever.
I want to go see him.
All right.
Okay, this is Cub's base through the geese. Let's see. It should come into view. Where is it? Oh! Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's made some adjustments.
It's the goat man now.
Oh my gosh, Doc! That is insane. All right, okay, well, I'm glad the snowman's doing well. I'm just doing a really basic trim now on these windows. Get some iron bars in. Just really simple details. Now, is it this, and this? An upside down stair this way connects really well to iron bars like that. And of course we can continue with our basic detailing along here. Oops. Okay, I like it. We're missing, hold on, we're missing the roof edge up here. I'm not sure if I did this on the other side, but I'm pretty sure I meant to have slabs along here. Better? Yeah, that's way better. It's a small change, but I'm actually so happy with how that looks. That's a pretty good amount of detail, I think. We have made so much progress today. This is my first time doing a survival base of this scale, and although it's a little intimidating, I'm so excited to finish it. I think we're probably about halfway there on the structure part. I hope. Thank you for coming along on this journey of building this base with me. I hope you've enjoyed so far, and if you have any ideas, don't forget to leave them down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Let's get a little 360 view of this base, huh? Good progress. I'll see you in the next episode, everyone. Bye-bye.